So now we're going to get into gameplay. So I only have 1 point for the gameplay, and that is the gameplay is the best it's ever been in a Metroid game. It's never been so fluid. It's never felt so good. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. What do you guys have to say about that?
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, the way that Samus moved was just peerless.
It was poetry in motion. So.
Yeah. I gotta say, it was like, it felt fast and responsive without feeling out of control. The slowest she felt to me was when using like space jump and screw attack.
Yeah.
Which I have to admit, once I got those, like I went, that's how I traveled, because you're like invincible, everything dies. So
I was gonna say the slowest it felt was without the gravity suit underwater.
oh my gosh, yes, okay, I'm wrong, that's right.
It always feels bad, but somehow they made it feel worse in this game for some reason.
No, I'm not saying it bothered me. I was just saying.
Well, it bothered me.
I
I was like, get out of the freaking water! Something I will have to say as well, I didn't have this as a point, but it should have been a point. I love the speed boost in this game.
Yeah.
Like, having that locked kind of behind the press of the left stick is so nice, because in other Metroid games I wouldn't want to speed run, but it automatically turned on after a few steps. And I don't know, I like to, like, I sometimes forgot I even had it until I found a puzzle where I had to use it. I wouldn't use it and I wouldn't really miss it. The fact that you can jump and still be speedrunning, and wall jump and still be speedrunning.
Yeah.
Like the speedrunning puzzles, I agree with Anthony when he said speedrun puzzles were some of the best in the series.
The Shine Spark puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They were really good. I have a favorite one.
I think people have mixed feelings about the Shine Spark puzzles. Like, they feel cool when they figure them out, but people are super frustrated while they're struggling with it. I was happy with them. I thought they were. I feel like they made it on purpose. That there was more than one way to solve them. Right? Like, that's how they built the whole game. There's like the more natural path, but they left it open for you to like use your own skills, use your own brain to find potential other ways to solve it too. And I thought that was awesome.
I would agree with you, Steve. I feel like this is the best the series has ever been in terms of gameplay, and I think it all just comes down to Samus's movement. I didn't ever realize until playing Dread how comparatively lethargic Samus was in previous installations. Without her gun, she was basically helpless, but in this one, she feels potent no matter what the situation, and it's because she can move. And I think one of the things that sealed the deal for me was the flash shift ability.
Yes.
That's something that's needed to happen in a Metroid game for a long time, and I didn't realize that until Dread did it. But just being able to zip out of danger in an instant. One of the moments when I just realized it was, without question, my favorite entry in the series was, I think it was that first battle against one of the infected Chozo warriors, right as you get into Elon.
Yep.
And I remember, like, the instant impression I got was, it's a Mega Man boss. Oh my gosh, it's a Mega Man boss. I love this game so much. And I was absolutely delighted, not because I want Metroid to be Mega Man, but because the thing I'm getting at here is they brought a challenge that Metroid never has before, and yet also gave you the capabilities to fluidly respond to those challenges. And because think of it, if they brought all this challenge, but Samus moved as quickly as she did in the original game, the very original NES title, it would suck. It wouldn't be fun at all. So I just love how they brought this intense challenge, but also made it so you have the combat capabilities to be just as dangerous as your enemies are. And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to belabor the point too much. I feel like they really nailed it with with the gameplay in this game, and I think it just all comes down to how well Samus moves.
Yep. Music. We might have to hand it over to Lisa for this one. Lisa, how's the music in this Metroid?
Oh.
'Cause I know I see you and David posting music on that feed of ours all the time.
I feel like they did a very good job of making it, like, listening to the tracks, they sounded like Metroid songs to me, which, what does that even mean? But, like, they reminded me of songs, like classic songs from Super, but they didn't seem like they tried to do that to the point where it was, like, overbearing and sounded derivative. I have to admit, my favorites were, I really liked Atartia. I really liked that song. That one was, like, for me, the most, like, classically, this sounds super Metroid-y. Like,
I'll just throw a little bone there, too. There are quotes of the Turian theme in it.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. I didn't notice.
It was really fun that there was a new, like, Hot Place song.
Those are the best
I was
songs.
just freaking out.
Yes.
They deserve credit just for not using
Norfair.
Norfair, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that song, and yet it is used in every Hot Place, and it drives me nuts. So it gained major points just by not being the Norfair Hot Area theme. And it also happens to be my favorite track in the game. So
Yeah, that one's actually great. I feel like maybe partially due to the fact that it is a new Hot Place song.
Well, but
Anyway.
also more than any other song I listened to, it really stood out while I was playing. Most of the other songs are, I think, intentionally atmospheric, and
That's
I
what I
think
was gonna say. Yep.
that has
Don't
to
say
be
that
said.
to me. I'm
What?
the wrong person to say that to.
Uh,
Because I have a different favorite song.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I like basically all the tracks in this game. I
Yeah.
I think it has to be said that these somehow the tracks don't strike me as immediately memorable as some of the songs from, say, Super Metroid, but I feel like it's still that I actually really like the soundtrack. I feel like that's where a lot of people are like, ugh, it's not good, and I'm just like, no, I think it did what they wanted it to do, and anyway, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I'll make a last point because I feel like I'm being slow. So my favorite song was the Berenia Level 1. And the thing that I loved most about that song is, first of all, it was a beautiful, beautiful water place song. Like, they just nailed it in all of the best ways. But also, one thing that I found really fun is, having grown up, my family members that played Metroid, and hearing Metroid songs a lot, like, it got stuck in my brain that there is the classic, like, Metroid melody. There is a nod to that, I would say, in the Berenia song, because it does go do, do, and then, like, my brain, when hearing those notes, it's like, oh, this is the Metroid theme, they're gonna do the thing, and it will be like, oh, that's fun. But they made it even better by doing, like, that slight nod, but then they didn't complete it, so it became, like, its own thing.
Yep.
Kind of
Yeah, I
like,
like it.
like Metroid Dread is the perfect, like, its own thing, but also, like, bringing all of the best stuff. Like, it steals some gems from the crown instead of stealing the whole crown, and they're like, look, it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.